Welcome back. The General Assembly has wrapped up its work for now. The legislature recessed on Thursday after the House and the Senate both passed the two-year state budget. It contains some big increases in funding for schools thanks to higher state revenue projections and also money from the Federal American Rescue Plan. Now, the legislature is done with its work, but they're not done for the year. While they did pass that massive budget, our own Ray Steele tells us there are a few things that did not make it through the General Assembly this session.
Much was made about what your state lawmakers did do. It's as if their personal trainer stood atop the State House lectern screaming, "Ah!" But there were some issues that our lawmakers avoided this pandemic session, and not just each other via social distancing. So to wrap things up, we unwrap an old logo and bring you 6 things the General Assembly did not get done. Number 1, credit where credit is due. At least some of the extra spending in the two-year budget happened because of something Republicans, including Governor Holcomb, publicly opposed: the American Rescue Plan from President Biden and Democrats in Congress. It gave the state an extra $3 billion. Though Republican state lawmakers were happy to put that in the budget, every Indiana Republican in Congress voted against that extra money. Number 2, more expensive to take a drag. Lawmakers yet again decided not to raise taxes on regular tobacco cigarettes. There was a bit of a compromise, though. Lawmakers did add a new tax on vaping. The third thing lawmakers did not get done: changing voting laws based on lies. Unlike several other states, Indiana did not pass new restrictions on absentee or early voting. There was a national push to do so among some who continue to falsely claim that fraud cost Donald Trump the election. That's simply not true. A bill to change absentee voting registration was first watered down by the State House, and it later died in conference committee. Number 4, Annie, don't get your gun. Another effort to pass what gun rights supporters call constitutional carry was shot down. The bill to let you carry a gun without a permit passed the House, but it was gunned down in the Senate. Number 5, the wheels on the Indigo bus still go round and round. One Republican lawmaker tried to change how Indigo was funded, and it could have killed the mass transit expansion that voters in Indianapolis approved. That funding change did not happen, either through a bill or a later amendment to another bill. And number 6, redistricting. Lawmakers could not draw new districts because census information is running late. So that's why the General Assembly did not adjourn as it usually does at end of session. Instead, they recessed. They'll come back to draw those districts this fall. Working for you with Statehouse Roundup, Ray Steele, WRTV.